Two arrests connected to the murder of a 16-year-old Grand Rapids boy, an innocent victim shot and killed on the streets.
New tonight, we're learning that the case is one of 3 unsolved murders that detectives are combing over because they have the time. There hasn't been a new homicide case in Grand Rapids in more than a half a year.
24 News 8's Danny Carlson is at the live desk with this story tonight. Danny?
Marley and Brian, we really can't emphasize how much GRPD says the manpower it takes to look at these cases. The 2 people arrested in connection to the August murder of 16-year-old Luis Gonzalez, they aren't charged with murder, they're charged with perjury, lying to police, a tool that the Grand Rapids police are using, especially during this respite of murders within the city limits.
Although we've had several months with no homicides, it's not like the cases that we have aren't being worked. A lot of our investigators are using this time to really bear down and really put some effort into some existing homicide cases and bring those to closure.
Focusing, we're told, in particular now on 3 cases. The July murder of Grand Rapids mother Shanetta Franklin, the August murder of Union High School junior Luis Gonzalez, and the most recent Grand Rapids murder, last Halloween's killing of Dominic Floyd, father to a new baby at the time.
Because you haven't heard about a homicide case for a few weeks or even a few months, they don't go away. We never stop. They're very difficult cases because in many cases you have a lot of he said, she said, and to dig through that takes a lot of effort. And so we actually isolate some investigators and give them the opportunity to really focus on that specific case and just drill through that case piece by piece by piece to get to the truth.
And that's where investigative subpoenas can come in handy, Lieutenant Pat Merrill tells us, charging people with perjury with the hope of finding some truth in the lies. It seems like we're hearing use of investigative subpoenas and these charges of lying to police more often. Is that actually the case, or are we just paying more attention?
It's probably a split. In the last few years, we've used investigative subpoenas a little bit more often than we did in the past. It's an extremely effective tool, but it takes a little bit of time. It takes a tremendous amount of manpower. A lot of effort goes into these. So this lull that we've had, we've really taken that chance to really grab hold of it and use these processes that we have.
And those perjury charges are very serious depending on the case, depending on the suspect. A person convicted of a perjury charge could spend up to life in prison. At the live desk tonight, Danny Carlson, 24 Hour News 8.